Welcome back to our channel US Coin 69, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. The United States of America has a rich history when it comes to its coins, with each one telling a unique story from the past. Among the many iconic pieces, the Washington quarter dollar holds a special place, particularly the rare 1967 edition. For collectors and enthusiasts, this coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a valuable treasure. Let's dive into the fascinating details of the 1967 Washington quarter and explore why it could be worth a staggering amount of money. The Washington quarter, first issued in 1932, was designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin features an image of George Washington on the obverse, created by John Flanagan, with a majestic eagle on the reverse side. Over the years, the design has undergone slight modifications, but the 1967 version stands out for its unique characteristics. Though the Washington quarter is not a rare coin in terms of circulation, there is something special about the 1967 coin. This year marks a period when the United States was undergoing significant changes, and coins from this era can sometimes contain unexpected surprises. When we talk about the value of a Washington quarter from 1967, it's important to note that most coins in this series are relatively common and don't fetch an extraordinary price on the market. However, like with all things in numismatics, there are exceptions, and the 1967 quarter is one of those rare gems that can command attention from collectors. The key to the 1967 quarter's value lies in its condition and the possibility of specific minting errors that occurred during its production. Coins that have undergone unique conditions or have minting flaws often become highly sought after by collectors, and these coins can sometimes be found in pristine condition despite their age. Factors like misprints, overstrikes, or other unusual characteristics can elevate a quarter's price significantly. It's also important to note that coins like these are often graded by professionals who determine their quality based on a scale. A 1967 Washington quarter in mint condition, with the right characteristics, could easily fetch a good price. The market for rare coins is constantly fluctuating, and collectors are always looking for pieces that can complete their collection or hold long-term value. If you've stumbled upon a 1967 Washington quarter, there's a chance it could be worth more than you imagine. While many of these quarters are worth their face value, the rarity of high-quality or error-struck coins means that some can sell for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. In fact, when a 1967 Washington quarter hits the market with the right qualities, it can bring in as much as $125,000. This remarkable value is proof of the demand and the history that these coins hold in the world of numismatics. For those serious about collecting, it's crucial to have your coins appraised by an expert to assess their true value. If you think you have a rare 1967 Washington quarter, it could be worth your time to get it evaluated. In the world of coin collecting, every detail matters, and what may seem like an ordinary quarter could hold incredible value if it's the right kind. As we've seen, the 1967 Washington quarter is a coin with both historical significance and potential for immense value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey into numismatics, it's always exciting to discover that a coin you own might be worth far more than you thought. So, keep an eye out for those rare pieces, because you never know when you might stumble upon a valuable treasure like the 1967 Washington quarter, which can be worth as much as $125,000. Top 2. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures, and one coin that has caught the attention of many enthusiasts is the 1972 Washington quarter dollar. While this coin may seem like just another standard piece of currency at first glance, it holds a fascinating story and potential for incredible value. If you're a collector or simply curious about coins, the 1972 Washington quarter is one that could surprise you. Let's take a deep dive into the details of this coin and explore why it might be worth far more than you expect. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932, features the iconic image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, designed by artist John Flanagan. Over the decades, this coin has been minted in various years, with some editions becoming highly sought after. The 1972 Washington quarter, however, is not just another coin from the series. It was struck at a pivotal time in U.S. history, and the coins minted during this period hold significance both for collectors and for the stories they tell about the era. One of the first things to understand about the 1972 Washington quarter is that, in general, it was minted in high quantities. Like many other quarters from the era, it was produced in large numbers to meet the demand for currency. However, as with any coin, certain factors can increase its value, such as rarity, mint errors, and condition. The 1972 quarter has a few key characteristics that make it a prime candidate for collectors looking for unique and valuable pieces. The value of a 1972 Washington quarter doesn't necessarily come from its general availability, but rather from certain rare versions of the coin that emerge due to minting errors. These error coins can sometimes carry significant premiums over their face value. For example, one of the most sought-after varieties of the 1972 quarter features a specific die error, where the coin has a noticeable doubling effect on the design. This error is particularly interesting to collectors, as it's not something you'll see on every quarter. Coins with such minting flaws are often in high demand because they represent a rare piece of history, a coin that was intended to be something ordinary, but turned out to be extraordinary, aside from mint errors. The overall condition of the 1972 Washington quarter can also have a massive impact on its value. Coins that are in uncirculated or near-mint condition are more likely to fetch a higher price. The grading system used by professional numismatists evaluates the quality of a coin based on its appearance, with uncirculated coins earning a much higher grade and therefore commanding higher prices. This is where the 1972 Washington quarter truly stands out. A coin in pristine condition can fetch far more than one that's been in circulation for decades. And when you combine rarity with condition, you have the perfect recipe for a valuable coin. Now, while the majority of 1972 Washington quarters won't command a massive price, the exceptional ones can be worth thousands. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that offer a combination of rarity and historical significance, and the 1972 quarter is no exception. In some cases, a 1972 Washington quarter with a particular mint error and in excellent condition can be sold for an eye-popping price. The value for these rare finds can reach an impressive amount, and when everything aligns perfectly, you might find yourself holding a coin worth as much as $107,000. As you can see, the 1972 Washington quarter isn't just another piece of change. It's a reminder of the intricate process behind coin production and the fascinating world of coin collecting. Whether you've inherited a coin collection or simply discovered a 1972 quarter in your change jar, it's worth taking the time to assess its potential value. The right coin, in the right condition, with the right characteristics, could be your ticket to a significant payday. So next time you're sorting through your pocket change or looking through a collection, remember that something as simple as a 1972 Washington quarter could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. It could be worth as much as $107,000. Top 3. The world of coin collecting is full of fascinating discoveries, and one coin that has intrigued collectors for years is the 1997 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another modern coin, but with a deeper look, you'll see that it could hold significant value, especially for the discerning collector. If you're into numismatics, you'll want to pay close attention to this quarter, as it's one of those coins that can surprise you with its potential worth. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed by John Flanagan to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. Over the years, the design has become iconic, with Washington's image appearing on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. This coin has remained a staple of American currency for decades, and even today, it's still in circulation. But as with many coins, not all of them are created equal. Some, like the 1997 Washington quarter, stand out for their unique characteristics and potential value in the world of coin collecting. Now, while the 1997 Washington quarter is not considered rare in the traditional sense, its true worth is determined by several key factors. Most of the quarters minted that year are fairly common and don't hold much value above their face value of 25 cents. However, the right condition, specific errors, and a few other unique traits can make all the difference when it comes to its worth. One of the most important factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. Coins that have been well preserved, especially those that have never been circulated, can fetch a significantly higher price. For example, a 1997 Washington quarter in mint condition, with no signs of wear or damage, can easily be worth more than the typical quarter you might find in your pocket. Professional graders use a scale to evaluate the condition of coins, and higher-grade coins always attract attention from serious collectors. A 1997 quarter in uncirculated condition could be worth several times its face value, especially if it's carefully preserved in a protective holder. But beyond condition, one of the things that makes the 1997 Washington quarter truly intriguing is the possibility of minting errors. Coins with errors can be worth much more than their standard counterparts. These errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in a coin that has some sort of unique flaw. Whether it's a double die, an off-center strike, or some other anomaly, coins with these kinds of errors are highly desirable to collectors. The 1997 Washington quarter is no exception. In fact, there have been a number of these quarters that have been found to have minting errors, and they have fetched quite a hefty sum when sold at auction. For example, a 1997 quarter with a double die or other rare minting defect could be worth significantly more than the standard version. When collectors find these rare error coins, they often jump at the chance to add them to their collection, willing to pay top dollar for something that is not only rare, but also holds historical significance. So, how much can a 1997 Washington quarter be worth? It's important to remember that while many of these quarters are worth just their face value of 25 cents, certain conditions and errors can drastically increase their worth. If you happen to come across a 1997 Washington quarter with a rare minting error or in exceptional condition, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than you might have imagined. In fact, in some cases, a single 1997 Washington quarter could be worth as much as $44,000. That's right, $44,000. The beauty of coin collecting is that you never know what you might find. A coin that seems ordinary at first glance could turn out to be a valuable treasure. If you have a 1997 Washington quarter sitting in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. Even if it doesn't have any obvious errors or defects, it might still be worth more than you realize, especially if it's in pristine condition. In the end, the 1997 Washington quarter proves that there's much more to the world of coins than meets the eye. Whether you're a collector looking to add to your collection or someone who's just stumbled upon this quarter, you never know when you might discover that your coin is worth far more than you thought. So, keep an eye out, because your 1997 Washington quarter could be worth as much as $44,000. Top 4. When it comes to coin collecting, there are few things more exciting than stumbling upon a rare gem, and the 1979 Washington quarter dollar is one of those coins that can really surprise collectors. At first glance, it might seem like just another modern coin, but for those who know what to look for, this particular quarter has the potential to be worth far more than its face value. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the hidden value of U.S. currency, the 1979 Washington quarter is definitely one to keep on your radar. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932, has become one of the most iconic coins in the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, it features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Over the decades, the coin has undergone a few design changes, but the 1979 quarter maintains the classic look that collectors know and love. The 1979 coin is part of the bicentennial series that marked 200 years of American independence, a time when many of the nation's coins were receiving special attention. Most people probably think of quarters as coins you casually use for parking meters or vending machines, but in the world of numismatics, there are many quarters that are much more valuable than their 25-cent face value. When it comes to the 1979 Washington quarter, its value is largely determined by factors like rarity, condition, and any special minting errors. While most of the quarters minted that year are relatively common and circulate easily, certain versions of the 1979 Washington quarter are highly sought after by collectors. These can fetch incredible amounts of money, and it's important to understand what makes them so special. The first thing to consider when determining the value of a 1979 Washington quarter is its condition. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Most quarters from 1979 that have been in circulation for decades will show signs of wear and tear, reducing their value. However, Quarters that have been well preserved or remain in uncirculated condition can be worth much more. Coins that have been kept in mint condition are highly desirable to collectors, as they are a rare find. When coins like the 1979 Washington quarter are graded, those in higher grades can command much higher prices. But the value of the 1979 Washington quarter doesn't just come down to its condition. As with many other coins, minting errors can make a huge difference in the value of a piece. If a coin has an error or unique feature, it's much more likely to become a rare and valuable item. The 1979 Washington quarter is no exception. Certain minting errors, such as double strikes, die cracks, or misprints, can increase the worth of the coin exponentially. These errors are rare and make the coin stand out, which is why they are so desirable to collectors. One of the most famous minting errors on the 1979 Washington quarter involves what is known as a double die, a rare occurrence where the die used to strike the coin was misaligned, resulting in a double image. This particular error has caught the eye of many collectors, and coins with this flaw can fetch incredible prices. While these double die varieties aren't found on every 1979 quarter, when they do appear, they can be worth far more than the average quarter. This makes the 1979 Washington quarter even more intriguing for coin enthusiasts, as the possibility of finding a coin with such a rare error is one of the main factors that drive its value. Another factor to consider is the scarcity of certain types of 1979 Washington quarters. Some of these quarters were minted in smaller quantities than others, and their relative rarity can make them highly desirable. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that were produced in limited runs, as these tend to be more valuable in the long run. So, how much could a 1979 Washington quarter actually be worth? While most of these quarters are worth just their face value of 25 cents, certain rare versions, particularly those in pristine condition or those with minting errors, can fetch significantly higher prices. For example, some 1979 Washington quarters have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. However, if you happen to come across one of these rare, error-struck coins, you could see a value as high as $94,000. Yes, that's $94,000. The potential for such a high value is a testament to the fascinating and sometimes surprising world of coin collecting. Coins that you might think are common and ordinary could turn out to be rare treasures with significant value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, it's always exciting to find out that a simple coin like the 1979 Washington quarter could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Next time you find yourself with a 1979 Washington quarter, take a closer look. You might just be holding on to a rare piece of history that could be worth a lot more than its face value, perhaps even as much as $94,000. Top 5. Coin collecting is an exciting and fascinating hobby, and one of the most thrilling aspects of it is discovering coins that may be worth far more than their face value. Among the many U.S. coins, the Washington quarter dollar from 1993 is a particularly interesting one, as it holds potential for surprising value. While you might come across a 1993 Washington quarter while rummaging through your spare change, you could be holding a valuable coin without even knowing it. Let's dive into the details of this coin, its history, and what makes certain 1993 Washington quarters worth so much more than just 25 cents. The Washington quarter has been an iconic part of American currency since it was first introduced in 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse. The coin was created to honor Washington's legacy, and over the years, it has become one of the most recognized coins in the United States. In 1993, this classic design was still in use, and the coin was being produced in large quantities, with millions of them entering circulation. However, despite its common appearance, some of these coins are more valuable than you might think. The majority of the 1993 Washington quarters are fairly common and do not hold much value above their face value of 25 cents. But as any seasoned collector knows, the value of a coin isn't always about how many were made or when it was minted. Several factors can contribute to the value of a coin, and this includes things like the coin's condition, its rarity, and any minting errors that may have occurred during production. It's these key factors that can turn a seemingly ordinary 1993 Washington quarter into a valuable treasure. Let's start with condition. As with any collectible, the state of the coin is crucial when determining its worth. A coin in perfect or near-perfect condition is far more valuable than one that has been worn down from years of circulation. The 1993 Washington quarter that has been well preserved or remains in uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more than just 25 cents. These pristine coins are considered rare because, over time, most coins end up with scratches, dings, and other signs of wear. Coins that have been carefully stored and protected from damage are highly sought after by collectors, making them valuable finds in the world of numismatics. Another important factor that can significantly increase the value of a 1993 Washington quarter is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and as a result, a coin might have a flaw that makes it unique. These errors can range from minor misprints to more noticeable mistakes, like double strikes or off-center impressions. Some collectors are specifically interested in these error coins because they are rare, and finding one with an error is a major discovery. With the 1993 Washington quarter, there are examples of coins with minting errors that are highly prized among collectors. These error coins can be worth a great deal more than a standard, well-worn quarter, especially if the error is significant and easily noticeable. For example, if a 1993 Washington quarter is found with a double die, where the design is imprinted more than once, or with a major off-center strike, it could dramatically increase the coin's value. These types of minting errors are rare, and the more noticeable the flaw, the higher the potential price. Coins with these types of mistakes are often sold at auction for much more than what they would be worth without the error. The rarity and the unique nature of these error coins make them highly desirable to collectors who are looking to add something special to their collections. Now, you may be wondering just how much a 1993 Washington quarter could be worth. While most of these quarters are worth their face value, a few rare coins with minting errors or in excellent condition can fetch a much higher price. In fact, some of the best examples of 1993 Washington quarters, particularly those with major minting flaws or in perfect condition, have sold for impressive amounts. And if you're lucky enough to come across one of these rarer coins, it could be worth as much as $53,000. It's truly incredible how a single coin, which seems so ordinary to the untrained eye, can hold such potential value. The 1993 Washington quarter shows us just how exciting the world of coin collecting can be. Whether you've been collecting coins for years or you've just stumbled upon a few in your pocket change, there's always a chance you might find a rare coin that could change your perspective on the value of currency.so. The next time you come across a 1993 Washington quarter, take a closer look. Even if it doesn't have any obvious flaws or signs of minting errors, it's still worth considering how well preserved it is. You never know, you might be holding a coin worth far more than just a quarter, maybe even as much as $53,000.